Drill Containment Unit. This thing was absolutely abysmal back in 1.3. 40 of each bar, half of which you actually have to go out of your way to get, just to make the slowest pickaxe in the game. I'd rather watch paint dry instead of using this thing, but that was over a decade ago, before it got buffed. And even though it's not stated on the wiki, I decided to test it out and give it another try. And to my surprise, they actually fixed it. So instead of using it, I'm just going to be using a rocket launcher instead. And in order to challenge myself, I decided to add a timer, and I have to do all the destroying without any mods. But anyways, enjoy. Or don't, and leave a hate comment. Your choice. Since I know I explained it pretty well, I was playing around with the DCU. I came up with the idea to destroy the whole world with it, although that would take a while. Although I did the math on that and then figured out it would take like 48 hours almost just to destroy the whole world with this thing. And then I figured out there was actually a quicker way to do it, and that was with this thing. And I did the math on that and figured out it would take about 8 hours to destroy the whole world using the Celebration Mark II. Now that's just to destroy the whole world, which, is pretty big. But I need time for, unboxing chests and then draining the world, which I also want to do. I want to completely drain the world and whatever else I have to do. I gave myself 10 hours instead. And I've got a timer here, obviously, so I can time it. But I realized, I could see how much it's worth. Although collecting everything individually would be an issue. And I said I was going to break everything legitimately, like in vanilla, which I will, but it would take way too long to collect everything up and to store it, which is why I built this. And I know there's a creative one, like a creative storage unit, whatever it's called, but I don't really like the way it works, so I'm not going to use it. I don't know if this is big enough, but I guess we'll see. There's about 10 million blocks in the world, in a large world specifically. I guess here we go. Okay, that was apparently the no clip button was the same button to start my timer. That's a little bit of an issue. I don't even know what mod adds that. I put that to numpad 1 for some reason, even though I don't remember changing that ever. Alright, now here we go for real. And I installed a magnet mod, so, I just get all the drops automatically, and they automatically filter into the whatever it's called, the big chest thing I made. This is going to be painful if I miss just as like a single block as well. And it's already going into my storage bag. What I'm thinking is I'm going to cut the world into chunks, and I'm just gonna, cut each chunk into, I'm gonna cut into like fourths, and I'm gonna do each part at one time. Also, I'm gonna leave hell until the end, because, it's where all the water is gonna drain into. And also, you can't blow up hellstone. You have to do it in hard mode, which I don't really want to start hard mode, because I don't want it to change stuff until at the end. Hard worlds are way bigger than I remember. I feel like this isn't vanilla. I feel like this was way too big to be vanilla. But I also didn't download any mods that change the world size, so I don't know. Yeah, Dead Man's Chest doesn't really do much when, I completely blow it up myself. I probably should be looting those when I go buy them, but that's a problem for later. Here's what the chest looks like so far. Alright, now the world's split into fourths. Yeah, I guess I'll start from the left. It's gonna be annoying trying to get the tiny little parts that I just barely miss. I think the water's already glitching out. It's doing this thing where it doesn't move. 15 minutes in, and the liquids are already glitching all over the place. Also, this is what it looks like so far. I've mined 68,000 stone. Oh, more than that, it's like 75,000. This is kind of crazy looking. I should make a Terraria mod where everything has gravity. Now it looks like it's raining down here. At least this isn't like Minecraft Obsidian where you can't blow it up. Yeah, I'll teleport to the same spot I was already at. I don't know why it teleported me there. It normally teleports you on the beach, which looks absolutely decimated already. We'll just take good care of that. Everyone's always complaining about trash on the beach. Well, just take away the beach. Problem solved. Oh, it's really really decimated. Looks like a category 5 hurricane, and it's slowly pretending to drain all the way down. It looks kind of cool right there. Looks like a fountain. So far I'm 22 minutes in. I really haven't done that much. Yeah, this rocket launcher is cool and all, but I really wish there was a faster one, and maybe one that, shot straight. Although this one does shoot multiple rockets at the same time. And the biggest struggle so far is just trying to get through the water. It doesn't really matter what direction I fire. As long as I'm firing, I'll eventually hit something. Here's a fountain thing. It's just stuck like that forever. That was loud. I might sound at like 35 too, you know, because the obvious rocket launcher sounds that would be extremely loud. Maybe going up is the way to do it actually, because look how much quicker this is. Water can't slow me down if I'm going upwards through it. Well, I've done something. There's still a lot left to go. I'm already a half an hour in. You know, believe it or not, I've got pretty much no idea where my crosser's at any given moment. Yeah, I got room in my inventory to loot that. This world looks really big. I definitely feel like this isn't a large world. It's like an extra large world or something. You know, it just generated it and didn't tell me. There's gonna be so many single blocks just floating everywhere. This is kind of satisfying. So far, I'm thinking that there's definitely no way I'm doing this in 10 hours. I thought it would have been pretty easy to do in 8, but like so far, this is all I have. And I'm half an hour in. And I found that amount of demon altar. At least all the water cleared up. Now I can see all the blocks I left behind. There's the other biome. Let's see what rockets do to it. What about, okay, well, I guess I'm going in it. Let's see what dry bombs do to it. I don't know how they're bouncing off of it, but they worked just fine a second ago. I don't know. Oh, okay, I'll go back in it again. I'm sure that'll find its way into hell and probably wreak some havoc. Now I spawn, I teleport into the middle of the open air. I didn't even mean to shoot that guy. He didn't even fuck around. He just found out. I was just trying to loot the chest. Oh, there's a pyramid. Can't exactly go through that. I'll go around it. I'm definitely gonna break it too. I'm gonna save it for the end, probably. So far, this is what I've got. I've cut it into this 1/4 of the world into chunks. If I don't have this part done by like 2 hours, then it means I'm probably not gonna make it. Did I go past the area? No. Yes, I did. Or whatever. I guess I'll keep going. Imagine how annoying this would be if there was chlorophyte everywhere. I don't remember if you can actually blow it up or not. I don't think you can. I don't think you can blow up any hard mode ore. It's crazy how that tree survived there. The bullet literally curved around it so it didn't die. But it doesn't know I'm coming back for revenge. I feel like Omni-Man doing that when I just go up through everything at light speed like this. And so far, I've used over 6,000 rockets. There's that nature's gift. You know, normally you have to spend 200 hours looking for one of those. So far, I've made 64 gold coins just from killing stuff. And I mean, whatever pots I've broken, I suppose. So far, this is what it looks like. I really haven't done a whole lot. I'm an hour in. I have an hour to destroy this whole part right here. See how much stone I've mined so far. 331,000. It's actually more than that, but still. What about dirt? 100? Oh, I got our dirtiest blocks already. There's what, 10 of those in the world, I think? In a large world. I wonder if these have like a despawn radius, or if they just go until they hit something. Act like a middle finger. If you destroy a Terraria world long enough, you'll eventually write Shakespeare or something like that. Well, so far I've destroyed like 5% of the world. On the bad side, I don't think I'm gonna make it. On the bright side, my chest I made is working pretty well. It's storing everything. I'm like a sprinkler. I don't even know where my cursor's at. It's somewhere, that's for sure. Quick loot break while I'm drowning. I hope I can see all the chests I missed on the map. Yeah, I meant to summon that guy. So far, I've made a platinum. I haven't sold anything or any of that yet. That's what I did to this part of the land. Omni-Man time. That's somehow the first banner I've gotten. I wonder what the most efficient way to mine, you know, the entire world is. Like, is it more efficient to go from the top or and cut it into a bunch of pieces? Because, you know, it sure doesn't look like it. I really haven't done that much damage. Imagine if I tried to do all this with the DCU, how much longer it would take. But it's already like 5 times slower than the rocket. Oh yeah, Spelunker potion, that should help me. I'm having a lot of trouble finding ore. What am I... What? Why isn't it breaking anything? What happened? I broke too much and now it just doesn't work. Oh, I'm out of rockets, that's why. I mean, technically what I said was true. How much stone have I mined? 432,000. 442,000. In the dirt? Another 100 grand. I got another dirtiest block as well. I was supposed to have this whole chunk right here done in a half an hour. Stay on pace. And it doesn't even account for how big this part is in the center. Because I somehow split it into fifths. That is the second banner I've gotten. It's somehow a piranha banner, even though I haven't seen a single piranha. They should give you something for mining a certain number of blocks, like something that gives you quicker mining speed. Maybe it's like a potion effect, quicker mining speed for a certain type of block or something. That is the loudest, most annoying sound I've ever heard. And I've been listening to a rocket launcher go off for the past hour and a half. That's what good fajitas sound like. Oh, the angler died. died somehow. I mean, you know, somehow. He was on this side of the world, now he's not anymore. The question is, did he fall into lava or did he drown? Both options are equally as funny. Editor, face boost the obsidian creation sound. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't subject anybody to that. At this point, I've got about 15 minutes to finish off everything left of this little line right here. Well, at this point, I don't know how long it's gonna take me. I'd guess maybe like 15 hours? Oh, dynamite. You gotta get right on using that. That worm was nothing without any ground to go through. Alright, it's a new day. And so far, this is what I've got. Nothing different from last time. But anyways, I wanted to show off, you know, what's in here so far. We've got a platinum, 60 gold coins, a bunch of accessories, a bunch of nature's gifts. You can see the, like how rare each prefix is, and you can see, obviously, the default one's most common. We got a steak. That's one of the best food items. I think it comes from skeletons or something, I don't remember. A bunch of potions. I guess this came from pods, so I don't think I'd get that many from the amount of chests I've opened. 10,000 tin ore. Nearly 10,000 iron, 5,000 silver, and 3,000 gold, and some demonite. Somehow only one flare gun, some more potions, 125 recall potions, 2,000 hive, 1,100 minecart tracks, 1,000 torches. I guess I've been probably getting obsidian skin potions as well. I've just been going into that stack, so I'll get rid of that. I got 17,000 ash. That's definitely going to be a big number by the end. I've only gotten 14,000 clay, which is kind of surprising. 300,000 mud, and of course 500,000 stone. I've got 10,000 on ice blocks, even though I haven't really gone through the ice biome, and 10,000 cobwebs. But anyways, here we go. Yeah, this might be a big waste of time, but at least it's satisfying. Except for when you leave pieces like that everywhere. Or you have to stop and get a chest. Yeah, if you were just going for ore, this would be a pretty good way to get it. At this point, you know, the point when you get this gun, you wouldn't really need it. And I just hit the 2-hour mark. And, you know, I'm obviously not done with this part, so it's not looking too good. I guess the rockets just keep going when nothing acts on them. Newton's third law or some shit. That was actually pretty satisfying. I have to click the button like 20 times just to loot the chest. And I don't just mean because of the prompt, like it just straight up doesn't work. I actually have to click it 20 times. See how many items I missed. Not that many, actually. It was like 200 blocks, maybe. I'm surprised the shimmer biome's still intact. Oh, never mind. Well, I guess I'll send this down to hell. We'll see what happens down there in about an hour. It looks like the shimmer biome is entirely dictated by the liquid and not the, what's left of the biome. Just one cliff is all that's left. And now there's nothing left of it. Just a crater where it once was. So far, I have made... Oh, I guess I didn't finish this one off. I've destroyed 2 biomes completely. There's extinct now. I kind of wish the default background walls actually drop something so I could see how many there is. Oh, they probably wouldn't sell for anything. Also, I believe this is on journey mode. Yeah. So all the drops of like money or whatever are just going to be based on the journey mode drops. Look at that, 2 chests spawned side by side. I wish they made the DCU go, like, have a second option to where it can go a lot quicker. I mean, even like if you're gonna build an arena, which at the point you get it, you wouldn't really need to. It's still kind of slow for it. I keep thinking the stupid butterfly I got's an enemy as well. I don't even know how this chest formed, because honey blocks don't form until after the world creation, when the water and honey mix. And if it spawned underwater, it'd be one of these chests as well. I also just realized my timer's been paused, so I added about 20 minutes to it. I don't know exactly how long it was, but I know it was at least 10. Using the DCU is somehow more satisfying than the rocket launcher, although it is significantly slower, unfortunately. And even though I have endgame loot, the bats in the jungle still succeed at being annoying. I should have that thing on that reduces knockback, or that stops it completely, rather. Because I keep getting bumped around by all the stupid enemies that are flying. You know, the walking ones aren't an issue, because either I kill them, or they go flying down to hell. But the flying ones just get all this open area to be annoying for as long as forever. There's so much water in this little puddle. I don't know about puddle. Oh, this will be satisfying. Never mind, it shot right through it. chest had the most stuff in it I've ever seen. What am I? Oh, I'm out of rockets again. That's now 20,000 rockets I've used on this. 20,000 for that. I'm about to hit the 3 hour mark, which means that I'm on pace for like 15-ish hours. But anyways, I've used 20,000 rockets so far. That's at 50%. What's gonna win, the water or the lava? And what's gonna lose? I'm pretty sure the only loser is my ears. It looks like the lava one. It's like a hibachi grill. This time, the water one. Although it looks like the lava's about to get its revenge as the water just slowly dries up. I wonder how much lava I've actually added to hell at this point. What the hell is happening to my screen? I tried teleporting to the ocean and this is what happened. I think my game just crashed, which would be really unfortunate because it won't save if I close it. I don't really know how to fix this issue. I had just finished up the left side as well. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of whatever this is. It's now so broken that the music stopped playing. I looked it up and it said Terraria does actually autosave. So, you know, hopefully my world is fine. I'm gonna try Alt F4ing. Alright, I guess let's see if it completely ruined my world. Oh, it looks like it's fine. This is what I've got so far. I was gonna try teleporting and seeing where it even brought me. I teleport to the right side and it just completely destroys my game. Let's try it again. Yeah, I've got no clue how that even happened. I just got this little patch and then, I mean, there's a bunch of tiny little blocks everywhere. But on the right side, I'm like a fifth of the way done. 3 hours in, 3.5. You can see where the ocean was at before. It was all the way up A. And now it's all the way gone. There's so many little, oh, I didn't even realize it. There's this thing right here. It's hidden in the dark part. I filled up 742 slots of the 50,000 I made. I mined 500,000 mud. I have almost a million stone. I got 4 dirtiest blocks and then 400 grand dirt. I wonder if there's a way to sort it, like based on amount. Oh, there is. Although most of these aren't really in the world. They're in pots and shit. This guy's telling me how to craft the storage components, like I don't already have a bunch of them cheated in. I also just realized I somehow missed this little chunk right here. Imagine how much more painful this would be to do in like 1.2 or 1.1. Because there'd be no Celebration Mark 2. There would be no DCU, which, you know, it wouldn't really matter because it was slow when it came out anyways. I think the fastest way to do it would have been like with Dynamite or the Pixar. I mean, the Pixar is pretty quick, but for destroying the whole world, and you'd have to be like boosting your mining speed for it too. I'm pretty sure the Shroomite digging claw existed in 1.2, but it's way slower than the Pixar, despite what everyone thinks. Because it doesn't break blocks in one hit. And I think you can max the Pixar's speed to 60 blocks per second anyways. Oh yeah, and the dungeon is undestroyable. I forgot about that. At least with this pickaxe. This is probably my favorite part, cutting around the stuff that's unbreakable. I'm not sure if it's more satisfying than, you know, when I inevitably have to actually destroy it. Although I'm gonna have to destroy it with this thing, so it's definitely gonna be a lot slower, but still. Alright, now I've gone all the way around it. You know, they added the granite in the other biome, the marble biome. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about them, ever. You know, it's a cool idea, it's just that the biome itself is kind of underwhelming and annoying to go through. Especially when you're early game, which is usually when you find it. So how the walls work, you have to destroy it, like naturally generated walls, you have to destroy from the outside in. Like you can see I can't break it right here. And it's this even applies to explosions, so these don't break it. You have to go on the outside. And you can see just how many walls there are in the sand biome. It's absolutely covered in them. So that's gonna be an issue later. Although at least the music is cool. Crazy I haven't seen a single orb from the corrupt biome. Oh, never mind, I just broke one. I mean, I guess I didn't see it. Yeah, I'll just drop more sand on all my hard work, my tunnel that I just made. Here's the desert pyramid that I actually blew into. I was gonna go around this, but I don't really want to. So I'll just desecrate this grave instead of, you know, looting it. Actually, no, I'm gonna loot it too. Looks like someone took a bite out of it. Now you can only see the outline of it. You can't even really see the tunnel of it on the map. And now you can't really see the tunnel of it at all, because it's gone. I was supposed to start on this part. I've just been building tunnels all the way through the map. I was destroying the walls here so that I could actually blow it up and it wouldn't be an issue later. That was the worst chest I've ever seen. All it had was a magic mirror in it and 4 silver bars. Although I suppose it could have been worse if it didn't have a magic mirror in it. Now this is what the world looks like. I've cut it into about 6 pieces. And now this is the biggest piece. The next one I'm gonna do. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this one, because I want to get the edges first. Alright, I locked in real quick and then I got this much done. I just got a tiny portion of it left. I also equipped a portal gun, you know, so I could fall a lot quicker, because it was taking forever just to get down to where I was trying to go. So I don't know how, but I somehow have a massive ocean of water here. None of this is part of the actual ocean from up here either, because that already drained out. Oh yeah, and there's this guy. I probably shouldn't have done that because I was planning on selling everything at the end. I mean, I guess I could sell it to him, huh? Although he's probably gonna drown. Yeah, I don't think bro's making it out of the hood. Wow, he died. Absolute shocker. Unfortunately, now the only 2 NPCs that are alive are the guide and the angler. He might have died, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died. I'm pretty sure he drowned a while ago. The worst part about, like, the map not updating is I can't tell where I've been and where I haven't been, because this is just what it looks like. And I mean, you know, there's a bunch of water here, and no blocks, so obviously I've been there, but, like, now I can't tell what parts of these are broken and what parts aren't. Every time I go through an area on the map that I've already discovered, it just looks completely different. Also, I've almost gotten this completely finished. It's just this tiny little piece right here. Well, you know, tiny, relatively speaking. It's still gonna take like 20 minutes to do. Alright, that's the rest of it. I guess it took me 10 minutes instead of 20. So now that's 2 sections of the map done. Obviously, I'm gonna do this one next because it's the biggest one. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's already torn up a bunch from rockets just randomly being lobbed into it. Maybe not, but it doesn't matter because it's about to be. This is the fastest I've seen water move the entire time I've been mining. It's always just frozen in place. The obsidian is the most annoying thing imaginable. I just keep getting stuck on it. Either that or my rockets get caught on it and it only destroys like 3 blocks at a time. Also, I spent 40,000 rockets at this point, almost. After this stack, it'll be 40,000. Here's what I got so far. I just ran out of another 10k of mini nukes. I don't remember if that's 40 or 50k at this point, but I think it was 40. You know, it's at 50%, so it's like 60,000 or something. And I'm at the 7.5 hour mark. I don't know if I'll finish this part before 10 hours, but maybe I'll be halfway done before my original guess. At least after I finish this section, I'll be done with the jungle. Like, look at this. There's already 3 of these guys. I stopped moving for 1 second. It looks like the water's bubbling here. It's kind of cool. Also, I don't know how I keep creating these giant oceans of water. I guess they just can't drain for some reason. It really does feel like trying to drain the ocean through a straw. Could you imagine if shooting the demon altars just did damage to you? You know, like when it does when you try and break them? I would have been dead like 400 times at this point. Alright, I got another big chunk of this done. But anyways, this is the last part of the jungle left in the world. And that's another whole biome down. Alright, I got this chunk done. The whole area around the pyramid. I've just got this and then this bottom part here. And I've almost hit the 9 hour mark. I think I'm going to complete this section before the 10 hour mark, at the very least. So far, I've filled up 2.5 of these things. So I think I went a little bit overboard. I mean, I was going to wait till the end, but I'll see what I have so far. I've got 2.5 million stone, 1 million mud, nearly 1 million dirt, 100,000 sand, almost 100,000 obsidian. I mean, the rest of the stuff there, obviously. I've got 2,600 bombs, 225 life crystals, only 40 Eye of Cthulhu spawns, 99 golden chests. How many dead man's chests? I got 23 of them. Out of the whole world, I've only gotten 19 orange blood roots. Let's see what I got recently. I don't know how I got meteorite. There's not even meteorite on this world. I don't think they can spawn in chests. I have no idea how I got that. Unstackables? Yeah, I forgot they stacked themselves. I've got somehow exactly 2 of each cloud in a bottle. Oh, never mind. Those are confirmation bias right there. See how much money I've got or not. I don't know why I can't see it. I don't know where most of the stuff went because it's on filter all. I don't know what happened to the sorting. Oh, I turned it off. That's why. So far, I have found 6 platinum, almost 7 platinum. That's it. I mean, I haven't sold anything yet, but that's just in the world, including all the enemies that swarmed me. Well, time to stop procrastinating and do the rest of this little chunk right here. Why? I forgot to check how much dirtiest blocks I found. I found 7 of them. I've killed 900 piranhas just from how much water there is everywhere. Which is crazy because I normally don't even kill like 50 in a normal world. That's the top part done. Now I just have to do the bottom part and it's way bigger. And now everything's spawning on this one little piece of land because it's the only spot that anything can spawn. I accidentally made a water slide here. That's the real reason they're coming. Look, he's using it. I don't think he knows how to use it properly. Look, they're both using it. They're all using it. And I just ran out of the rockets that blow up the mini nukes. So that means I've used, I think, 50,000 now. This guy spawned so far off screen. I thought he was escaping after shooting me 20 times. I don't think so. This sounds like one of those laser engraver things. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to finish this part before the 10-hour mark just because of how many walls there are that are completely untouched. Even though, you know, I'm bombing everything in a 200-mile radius. I guess I did do it before the 10-hour mark. I think I'm going to do this piece next because it's the second biggest one. I mean, it's the biggest one now. I just looked at the wiki. And apparently, like, there's 9 in a large world. The dirtiest block. Which means in this little part right here, this part right here, and this part, which is mostly even stone. Oh, there's some dirt in it, obviously. And there should be 2 more. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what's telling the truth. And I just hit the 10-hour mark. This is what it looks like so far. I just cut this chunk out right here and that's it. Oh yeah, and this little part right here. And I'm working on this part. I just went through another 10,000 mini nukes. So I think that's 60,000 now. This is how far I am. I've made kind of like a little whirlpool here. Although it is flattening out immediately after I say that. Well, at the very least, if there's one thing I learned from this, it's just how much water is in the world. Alright, I got another part of it done. All I have is this little part right here. And that's a whole 4th section done. Alright, and that's the rest of that one. That section. That lines up with like every section taking about 3 hours so far. Which means that I should be done with these 2 at like 18. And I've still got hell to do. Which I don't think will take very long. But I'm definitely going with this one next. So it's another 10,000 rockets. I think that's 70,000 now. Alright, this is what I got so far. I carved up the center of this area. I mean, I didn't get to the bottom. I was gonna focus on this little sand area. You see all the walls that stayed behind. Well, I probably am gonna go all the way down with this one. And then do these 2 after. Since I'm already pretty close to the bottom anyways. On the bright side, at least there's no water in the desert. Also, I finished this area. Alright, I got the part that wasn't desert on the right side right here. Now these are about the same size. I'm gonna clear this one first. You know, I specifically cut the walls up, like into sections, so that they wouldn't do this and stay behind, but apparently it just didn't work. I wish there was a biome with no flying enemies, so I could just see a bunch of them jump off the map. Also, I just hit the 13-hour mark, and this is where I'm at right now. Could you imagine how much more annoying this would be if I was trying to do it on like any other difficulty? Burning up in lava, taking actual damage when sand falls on my head, and whatever else, all the enemies actually doing some damage. Like the knockback isn't already annoying enough. I really should have put a cobalt shield on. I mean, I still can, but I'm not going to now. I found that golfer somehow. I didn't even know how this guy spawned before now. I still don't know how he spawns. I'm sure he'll survive and won't die at all. Oh wow, look at that. Absolutely no surprise there. I don't even know how he died. I'm assuming he burnt up in the lava, but I didn't see it. It's crazy how the massive pool of lava isn't even as annoying as the water. Also, I finished the rest of that section. I just have this one, and I mean the walls, but I'm gonna probably do this at the end. Got the whole desert part done now. Well, I've still got this little part, but this shouldn't take that long. And this is the last little part I have to do. And now there's only one more section left. This is the last section of the world that isn't completely destroyed this little section right here. Because even the rest of the surface is all torn up. Never mind, it turns out I forgot a little section right here that I couldn't see in all the lava that was on the mini-map. And now it's done. Although I did complete that section quicker than normal. Now I just have this one left. And that's another 10,000 mini nukes I've gone through, which makes it 80,000 I think at this point. I finished another section. I've still got, these two, and then this one's tiny, so it shouldn't take that long. Well, almost finished it. There was a few blocks left. Now I finished it. Also, I chose to save the guide, not out of kindness, but out of the fact that I need to burn him alive in order to start hard mode. That's another portion down. This guy loves spawning, and I can't even kill him or anything. With how many chests I've opened, I'm surprised I haven't accidentally blown myself up yet, like from a dead man's chest. Although I did come pretty close once, I don't think I recorded it. And that's another 10,000 mini nukes. That's what, 80,000? Or is it 90,000? I don't know. It's probably gonna be 100,000 by the time I finish. That's another section done. Now I just got this one more right here. I don't know if I'm actually going quicker, if I'm just, the parts I chose at the end were smaller. I now permanently have a grappling hook attached to this one point of nothing. I thought it was a rail track. It's actually just nothing. I'm anchored to this one spot in the map. It's like my umbilical cord. Yeah, it just passed by a chest that I hadn't even seen before. Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't loot it, so I think some of them are just spawning with nothing in them. Unless it automatically went to the storage when I opened it up, it was glitched or something. Alright, that's it. That was that last section done. I left this little part up here because I thought it looked kind of cool. I'm gonna obviously destroy it, but not yet. In fact, I have an idea. I made him a little house. Although, unfortunately, I won't be needing you anymore. And you can come along too, why not? This guy's gotta fall a long way. I didn't think he could land. He could have landed on one of those blocks I just landed on. That doesn't matter. It wouldn't have saved him for long. Had he been 2 blocks to the right, he would have lived. Although I've still got one more thing left to destroy. Goodbye to the house. I thought it would last a little bit longer, but I forgot I had to kill him. Teleport to the underworld doesn't even work anymore. I don't even know where the spot for it's at, but it's definitely covered by lava. Also, I think at this point I could probably reveal the map. This is what it looks like now, and this is what it looks like when the game freezes completely. Let's see if that updated it. Holy crap, look at that. Apparently I missed this section over in the ice biome. That's kind of cool. It's like a fractal. You can see all the single blocks I missed everywhere and the demon altars. It looks so much smoother now. You can see the edge of the map. That's actually outside of the map. I mean, I could clear it out, but I'm not gonna. I don't count that because it's not supposed to be... It's not even supposed to be visible. Although I still got a lot more of hell to clear out. But fortunately, I can completely clear it out with just a rocket launcher, which was why I started hard mode. Because normally you can't blow up hard, or what's this called? Hellstone? You can in hard mode though. Oh yeah, and I need a shadow key for these chests right here. This is probably going to be worth the most, although, I mean, I have kind of cleared out all the pots already on accident. I don't actually know if the bottom of the map is that big. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. That's a real bottom right there. Yeah, I thought it looked a little bit much. Also, I didn't realize I forgot to start my timer again. But that's fine. It was like 5 minutes maybe. So just add 5 minutes to whatever it was at. I didn't get it on recording, but all the lava just teleported straight down to where I'm at. You can see how it was all, floating down slowly. And on the map, you can see it's all just flat now. It was kind of weird to look at. Ah, hell no. Mom found the piss room. Wow. Everything just broke. I didn't even know I was still recording, but, I caught that. And of course, this glitch happened again. I don't even know, like, what the hell happened. The lava did its thing again. Everything exploded below me, and now I'm shaking like a chihuahua. Also, this looks so much worse on OBS than it does in game. And the audio broke as well. Everything went wrong. I hope it saved recently. Probably did. I'm probably not that far back. Well, let's see where it left me. Alright, let's see. I was like right about there, I think. It looks like it did not save as a piss room. It did not save most of that. Because I went all the way, oh yeah. Looks like I was at right about there is where it saved. So all from right where the cursor's at to where I'm at is how far along I was. That's a bit unfortunate, but I guess that makes up for the 5 minutes I lost earlier on the timer. Or rather, that I gained. I also get the feeling that it's about to do the lava thing again. I didn't exactly get good footage of it last time. You know, because my screen went vibrator mode. There it goes. It's gonna mess everything up again. Ain't no way a demon spawned down here. You know, Hellstone's probably the most abundant ore in the game. So this will, I think it's also one of the most expensive, besides obviously the hard mode ores. So it'll probably be worth a bunch of money. It'll probably be the biggest amount, actually, because most of the blocks aren't actually worth anything. And this glitch happened. I guess it happens when I click off the screen when I'm at the edge of the map or something. It looks like it did not save. It saved right there. Anyways, I'm back to where I'm at, or where I was at beforehand. Except this time I actually saved it. I think what was happening was I was tabbing out of the game when I was too close to the edge. Although I don't know why it happened when I was on the ground. Never mind. I literally didn't. Hadn't even touched anything. It just started happening. I guess it's a good thing I saved. I just accidentally loaded up the wrong world, so here's a sneak peek at some old world I played. I don't even know how long ago. Also, you can see just how barren hell is compared to the rest of the world. It's all just ash and some hellstone. I just hit the 16-hour mark. And you know, with how quick I did the last two sections, I think the way I was doing it was just a lot quicker. I don't know how, because, you know, I can't shoot any quicker than this. But with how quick I was doing them, maybe it would have been possible to actually do this under 10 hours. Although I can guarantee I'm never fucking doing this ever again. This shit took forever. I'm still not done with it. And the worst part's coming up. Having to get all the single blocks I missed. I didn't even realize I didn't turn the light thing on. I mean, it's not like there's a lack of light. Everything is lava down here. Oh, there it goes. It's like looking at a, what are those things called? An audio generator thing? A sorting algorithm. Why did the lava make the water sound? It looks like a sorting algorithm. I mean, it's probably because it is a sorting algorithm. I'm surprised they even added that to the game. Because I have like 1,000 hours in the game and I've never seen that. It didn't happen any of the other times with the massive oceans that I had. There was a block here I couldn't blow up and I was wondering why. There was a chest on it. I just figured out how I got the meteorite as well. It came from one of these shadow chests down here. Because it was like the only one I opened. So that's why I only had 18 of it. I don't think they used to be able to have meteorite in them. I also didn't realize you couldn't blow up hell forges. You can't even blow up dressers. But you can't blow up hell forges until after you start hard mode, I think. And apparently you just can't blow up dressers ever. I can't wait until I uncover all the lava and there's just a bunch of walls behind everything. Also, I'm about to run out of rockets again. I think that'll be 100,000. I've got 1,000 more. Let's see if I can finish hell and... Well, I got 800 more, 900 more. I definitely don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm only halfway done. Well, time to destroy the piss room. That's going to take forever and a half to sort itself out. And I think I just caught the liquids evening out. It just completely evaporated the piss. No idea what happened to it. And I just ran out of mini nukes yet again. So that means I used 100,000 of them. I think. It's either 100,000 or 90,000. And it can't be that much more because there's not really that much left. Like there's this little tiny part right here. And I just finished hell. Completely done now. This is the left side edge. I'm gonna exit and see if it levels out the lava. And, you know, to save it. Let's see if it leveled out. Did. Although now I have to sit here draining it for an hour. But that's a problem for after I get the floating islands. These rockets are gonna go flying forever. Some of them might actually not even hit anything. Like, there's already more variety in just the 3 sky islands I destroyed than in the entirety of hell. And I got some cool banners for it. Well, no, there's only one thing to do at this point. And I have to drain the entire... Well, let me update the map first. It says reveal map, but what it really means is freeze game. Well, I missed a bunch somehow. I don't know how I did that. Oh, that's underneath. Not all of it. Well, maybe all of it, actually. Let's see how low I go. Yeah, I don't think I actually missed any. Yeah, you can see I didn't actually miss anything. Few blocks, maybe. But overall, I did a pretty good job. I don't know if this part's going to be easy or hard. I mean, it's mostly just sitting here holding the same button for an hour. I guess the left side will drain itself, it looks like. Because it looks like it's evaporating. Maybe both sides will drain themselves, actually. I'm pretty sure it's not actually draining off screen. It is actually just evaporating, but either way, it doesn't matter. And if you're wondering why I'm not using the Celebration Mark II for this, it's because it doesn't work. Like, look, it doesn't do anything with the dry bombs. These are the same thing I'm shooting out of the other cannon. I'm just barely faster than a rocket that I shot. So I'm wondering if this will just drain itself when, or if I actually have to sit here and babysit it. I left a pretty big gap, so it might all just evaporate here. Yeah, it looks like it's just siphoning itself off. So I think I just have to wait for it. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go destroy the other stuff. Also, I don't know if you can actually destroy... I thought I killed him by doing that. I don't know if you can actually destroy the dungeon. Like, I don't know if you can destroy it after you kill him or not. Like, blow it up. I already know I can destroy it. Or not? What the hell was wrong with that? I don't know why that's unbreakable. I guess let's find out. Yeah, there it goes. Well, some of it. The walls are breaking. I think the walls control the spawn rate. Or what spawns, rather. I think that's why they were unbreakable. The old guy probably spawned off of it. Like, if he disappeared or whatever. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure the goblin army is going to be able to, you know, attack me. Unfortunately, I can't blow this up, obviously. So I am actually just going to have to delete it with the DCU. At the very least, it's so much easier to aim this thing than the other rocket launcher. After spending almost 17 hours aiming that thing, it's actually kind of a relief to use this thing, even though it is slower. Every time I see a challenge video, I think about, there's this old Mr. Beast video where he just sits in front of a screen for 10 hours straight watching one video over and over again. And I have no idea how he managed to do that. That would have been the most boring thing imaginable. Although it was like his first video with 1 million views, so I guess it was worth it. Or second or third, something like that. I'm sure I'll remember to show it on screen. Yeah, I'll open up every menu instead of doing what I wanted to. But anyways, here's the first chest. One of the worst weapons you can get out of one of these chests. He didn't deserve that. The guy was just standing behind him with a gun to his head. Lucky. Not for long, though. You are... I know what to do with you. And he's riding the water slide to his doom. He didn't even get a death message. So apparently this wasn't draining. It actually evened out in the middle somehow. So I suppose it's actually good that I sent that guy to his death. Oh, look who's back. You look a little bit thirsty. I'll give you a drink. There we go. All better. Although he keeps jumping out of it. There we go. Now that's better. Oh, I even got a little friend in there with them. His name was Fizzban? He definitely deserved to die after that. Apparently I somehow smashed a demon altar, even though there wasn't one here. I'm sure there's one piece of cobalt somewhere in the map now. I'm realizing now that the walls are unbreakable before you beat the guy. It's because they're what causes the dungeon guardians to spawn. Although I don't know why the normal brick isn't like that though. Alright, this is the last section of dungeon I have left, and it's completely gone. And that was the last of it. Now I just have this dungeon. Oh yeah, and this ice spot right here. Well, not anymore. I decided to put on the cobalt shield, or the ink shield actually. And it's already helped so much. I definitely should have done that earlier. Also, I don't even know if I can mine this with, I can't mine the walls at least. Even though I'm pretty sure I destroyed them earlier. It was really hard. I can break them, I think, though. And steal the altar. There's just huge chunks of this dungeon that are full of thousands of blocks. I didn't realize how big they were before. Imagine placing all these by hand. I've come to the conclusion that I should probably be draining it in more spots than one. Because this thing definitely isn't draining quick enough. I just made a bunch of, like, spots for the lava to drain. And then, right as I was going to show it, the glitch where the screen freaks out happened. Which made me restart, and it auto-leveled the lava. So instead of draining automatically, I have to do it again. Although it is smaller this time. And it happened again. Although, you know, this time it only happened like 3 seconds in. And there's just permanently a goblin army approaching from the east that'll never get here. Once again, what I was trying to show was the P coming off the side of the screen. And I did it again. I think the enemies would learn to stop running headfirst into a place where I'm firing 100 rockets at a time. You know, I got this stupid dragon so he could kill all the enemies that I want him to, like the flying ones. But instead of focusing on that or even the enemies near me, he just goes off and does whatever he wants. Alright, so far this is how much of the dungeon I've gotten done. This is what I've got. I've already got over 10,000 blocks, probably way more. And a platinum just from the enemies coming at me. That's just from this area. Alright, these are the last two little sections of the dungeon, the lizard dungeon, then I'm done. Everything, excluding like the walls and the little pieces like this. And that's it, right there. Although, let's see how the lava's doing. It didn't drain, and instead is just like one layer thick now. So I still have to drain this, I guess. Alright, I finished, well, pretty much finished draining the lava. All these little spots right here are actually under the map. There's still some over right here. There's lava right here, but it's slowly draining. It's probably all the orichalcum on the map right there. Oh yeah, and adamantite. I couldn't even tell what it was looking at it. And it just crashed, and I can't even pause my music. Oh, it actually unfroze, which is surprising. I'm gonna save it now before, you know, it tries to do that again, and then I lose a bunch of progress. These guys that spawn when you destroy an altar can't even do anything because there's no blocks for them to float on. So they just sink down to hell where they belong. This is the last of the lava right here. It looks like it's only because it got caught. Yeah, it got caught in between two blocks somehow. There we go, now it'll drain. So this is what the map looks like. I mean, there's a handful of blocks. Pretty much the entirety of the map is just this thing right here. There's no NPCs, no biomes, no anything really. This is like the shadows left behind when people get nuked. Some of the darker single blocks are really hard to see against the map. Like that right there, you can't see it when you're zoomed out because it blends in. So I'm definitely gonna miss some of them. I did do a pretty good job of clearing this area out. I missed a lot more chests than I thought as well. But so far, this is what I've got. I mean, this doesn't really look like anything. But pretty much everything to the right of this block right here is gone. Destroying all these altars is kind of satisfying though. And these ones. And that one. And that one. There's actually blocks here I can't mine because they're deactivated. I've got an idea. Just in here. Right here. There we go. That was the only way I could get those without actually pulling out like some electrical shit. I just picked up a pearlstone block. I didn't even think about how the hollow would generate, although it obviously wouldn't. That means it spawned like right here where I'm at. I mean, you can see how it didn't do that. I was trying to figure out what this biome is right here, because I've never seen these blocks before. This is the hollow biome. This is how it generated. Also, goodbye to that guy. It's actually crazy. You can't break a block if there's a creeper on it. Easily solved with a rocket. I think that's now every block except for the ones in this little section and this little section. You can see how clear it looks now. It wasn't actually that bad. Although now I have to do this section. I don't think it'll be that bad, but it's still going to take a minute. And the goblin army is still trying to come. It's never going to get you. This feels like cutting out cancer with a giant sword. Ironically enough, the big chunks aren't even the worst part. It's all the tiny little parts I have to go track down. This is the last section right here in the entire map. After I finish this, I'm done. And that's it. The final time, 20 hours, 46 minutes, and 12 seconds. That's the entire map cleared. I don't think there's anything left. And you can see right here, there's some lava, but that's under the map. I don't know why it didn't drain, even after I restarted multiple times. You can fit the entire map in just five of these boxes. Let's see what there is of everything. There's 4 million stone, 1.5 million dirt, 1.4 million mud, and a few 100,000 all these. There's actually quite a bit of dungeon. Oh yeah, it has stuff on me as well. Somehow the dungeon was actually bigger than the lizard dungeon. Yeah, like I expected, there was 100,000 hellstone, more than all the other ores in the game. I'm gonna quickly show off everything here. Every single item. Oh yeah, and a bunch of money. Let's see if I've got the 9th and 30th block. I actually did. I can't spawn it because of the stupid butterfly. Let's see how many banners I got. Yeah, that's what I expected. I killed like 1,300 piranhas. I never even saw most of them. I'm gonna compare it to... There was a video I was watching, and he shows off like the composition of a large world. So hold on. I went and got the list, and it should be up so you can see just how it compares to the reality. I mean, it looks like it's pretty accurate for the most part. Although it only shows the actual blocks in the world. It doesn't show all the arrows and stuff. But I think those are random anyways. So, but anyways, it's time to sell it all. And I think there is actually a feature. You can actually store the entire world in just this amount of chests right there, which is kind of crazy. I mean, these are the full size as well. But anyways, back to what I was actually doing. These were the amount of coins I found just by mining the world. So this is what the world is worth, base value. I mean, plus the monsters I killed. So now let's see what the rest of the world is worth. And I don't know if it'll be that much, because most of the blocks aren't worth anything. And I'm pretty sure that this is like, this is probably at like base price. You can change it if you make the NPCs happy or whatever, but I don't really know how this works, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to actually sell anything. I guess I just click it. It didn't show up, so I didn't think it was working. Alright, I got it now. I have to click on 2,000 different items. This is like sorting a CSGO inventory. Actually, I can just... Does this count? I wish there was a select all button. I actually got the full ancient cobalt set. Pretty sure those all the pieces of it dropped from an enemy. Oh, never mind. Different. I only got 2 pieces somehow. And the ancient cobalt one's different. And it just forced me to close the menu because of the stupid Rod of Harmony. It made me click off over here somewhere. So I know exactly what to do with that piece of shit. I actually needed that, but whatever. It's crazy. All 9 dirtiest blocks are worth 24 silver total. Actually, not even. They're worth 18, I think. And I made sure everything in here came from the world itself. Nothing I spawned in is in here. I destroyed it all. And I have to do it yet again because I accidentally clicked spacebar and jumped out of range of this stupid thing. Out of the entire world, there was only 7 potions of return. That's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, also shadow diamonds are modded. They're worth 7 gold. So take 7 gold away from however much this is worth. I don't know how I got a jungle key. I mean, I did kill a lot of enemies in the jungle, to be fair. I'm pretty sure I didn't cheat that in on accident. Well, there it is, 96 platinum. Apparently I didn't get it all somehow. I actually got a magic conch as well. Somehow one of the dirtiest blocks got saved as well. I guess that was because of the button I clicked. But instead of 96 plat, it was 97. So this is a value that's just in the world, 18 plat. And this is a value that the actual world's worth, 97.5. So let's see how much it would have actually costed, at least in terms of money, in order to blow up the whole world. I got 110,000 rocket fours here, because mini nukes don't actually work with the Celebration Mark II. These are the largest ones that do, but I cheated them in, so it didn't really matter. But let's see what these are worth. They're worth 10 platinum. So here's all the money. The top one is what was in the world, the middle one's what the world was worth, and then the bottom one is what the rockets were worth. So, you know, I definitely made a profit, but I don't know if it was worth it. There's definitely better ways to make money. You know, like making literally a single farm or something, which you can just automate. Well, that was a massive waste of time. 10,000 likes and I do it all again with a copper pickaxe.